Have you tried 1,000 different diets? Every time a new diet comes around, you give it a try. Have you lost a lot of weight on a diet, but then gained it back almost immediately once you go off the diet? Have you ever wondered, is there a way to lose weight without being hungry all the time? Today, I want to give you some of the best weight loss advice ever. So the first tip has to do with our concept of dieting. So generally, we think of ourselves as being on a diet, or I'm off my diet, or I can't eat this because I'm on a diet, or this food breaks my diet. And that can be a really kind of dead-end way of thinking. So you're constantly in these really rigid rules of what your diet allows, what your diet doesn't allow. And generally that'll kind of put us in that realm of where we lose a lot of weight when we're on the diet and then we gain it all back. So the first tip is to just adopt a healthy lifestyle. Now, that's the best way to lose weight and then maintain a healthy weight over the course of your whole life. So not only are you improving your health, but you're giving yourself a diet that you can stay on and maintain over time, and you're actually just going to be contributing to increasing your health and not gaining weight in general, rather than being really consumed with I'm on a diet or I'm off a diet or I'm trying this diet or that diet. And just recognizing that if you can just improve your diet in general, you're going to be better in the long run. The next tip deals with where your focus lies. So are you focusing on all the bad things you're doing, on all of the things that you eat that aren't good, or are you focusing on the things that you're doing that are good? So recognizing that it's more important to be adding good things to your diet than it is to be eliminating bad things from your diet. And give yourself credit where credit is due. When you do something good for yourself, don't just shrug it off. Really recognize, you know what, I did really good by myself today, and I feel good about that. As humans, we kind of have a tendency to fixate on the bad things, to fixate on the things that we mess up on, and really just hound ourselves for it. And that's really just going to make you feel worse. And then you're going to be feeling down on yourself, and that's going to cause you to make even worse decisions. But if you can really focus on adding good things to your diet and really feeling good about yourself when you do good things for yourself, you're going to give yourself a step up and be that much more efficient at making those good decisions and feeling good about yourself and good about your lifestyle and the diet that you're on. So along those same lines of improving your diet and improving your perspective on yourself and your diet and not being so hard on yourself, is to start integrating more healthy foods. A good way to do that is just by replacing good foods where you used to be eating bad ones. So where maybe you usually have chips with your sandwich, like most of us do, maybe you can have some fruit instead, or cut up some veggies and take them with you to eat along with your sandwich instead. Instead of drinking the soda pop, you should drink some water, or even a fruit juice would be better than a soda pop. Instead of reaching for the candy bar, reach for a piece of fruit, because that fruit contains sugar and is going to help satisfy that sweet tooth, that craving that you have for sugar, but it's actually going to also contribute to making you feel more full, giving your body some nutrition, and not spiking your blood sugar and not kind of throwing your body into this crazy zone of trying to regulate blood sugar and because it's all of those times that we're spiking our blood sugar really intensely with soda pop and candy bars that we're really storing the most fat. So if we can focus on replacing those bad foods with good foods, then that'll be a really good step towards losing weight. The next thing that we should know about adopting a healthy lifestyle is that you don't have to feel hungry all the time. Generally, we think of ourselves as being on a diet and you're starving all the time and it's really miserable, and you sit there and you're watching other people eat and it's just incredibly painful because you're starving. Eating healthy, being healthy, and losing weight does not mean that you have to be hungry all the time. Whole foods, nutritious foods are actually going to satisfy your hunger more They're going to make you feel fuller longer. They're going to satisfy your body's nutritional needs, and so your body's going to stop telling you that it's hungry. So this is a huge thing because nobody wants to be hungry all the time. Nobody should be hungry all the time. And that's a big misconception about dieting, is that if you're on a diet, you're going to be hungry all the time. You're going to be miserable and you're going to be like, I'm on a diet. But if we really realize that healthy foods are going to make us feel full and really help us feel satisfied, and that you don't have to be starving yourself in order to lose weight, that's going to be a big plus, not only because you'll be more motivated to do it since you don't have to feel hungry, but over time, the more you eat these good healthy foods and you feel better and better and you don't feel hunger, you're going to realize how easy it is to adopt a healthy lifestyle. The next thing I want to address is that concept of empty calories. So depending on who you are, we all have a different kind of understanding of what empty calories are, but I think we're all pretty familiar with that word. Generally, this is referring to a Coca-Cola or a fast food, junk food item. And what that means is that the calories don't contain any nutrition. So they're not empty because they just turn into air when you eat them. They're empty because they don't contain any nutrition. And any calories that you're consuming that aren't nutritious are going to turn into fat. So soda pop, empty calories, those all turn to fat. Your body's not going to be able to use very many of those calories that you're getting from the soda pop because they just don't contain any nutrition. So a big thing for me when I was kind of able to understand, empty calories, that doesn't mean that it just disappears and turns into air. Empty calories are fatty calories, and foods that contain a lot of empty calories and foods that don't contain a whole lot of nutrition are going to turn into fat when you eat them. And so if you're trying to lose weight, eliminating those empty calories is really, really crucial. Another thing about calories is that most diets will have you counting calories. For anyone who has ever done this, including myself, man, that sucks. It's not fun. So to kind of take my last tip one step further, if you're eating foods that don't contain a lot of empty calories, and you're eating foods that contain a lot of nutrition, then you don't need to be as concerned with counting calories. In terms of losing weight, counting the calories and knowing exactly how many calories you're eating is way less important than just eating calories that are nutritious. So again, if you can eliminate empty calories from your diet, you don't need to count them anymore. If all the calories that you're eating are nutritional, then they'll have a much better chance of being used and not turning into fat. So you don't have to count calories to lose weight, and it's a lot easier than most of the diets will have you believe. In another video, I'm going to tell you why people gain weight. Now we've got the main gist of most diets is how much you eat, counting calories, or send off something and they'll send you back all your food in the mail and that's all the food you can eat. There's this huge emphasis on how much we're eating, but I'm going to tell you why it's more important what we're eating, and actually tell you why people gain weight so that you can stop gaining weight and start losing it. In a future video, I'm going to give you 10 easy, healthy snack ideas. The best way to prevent yourself from making a bad eating decision is to never get to that state of extreme hunger. So if you've got some healthy snacks with you at all times, you're not going to have to just get something out of the vending machine or stop in the drive-thru really quick because you're in a hurry. So stay tuned in a future video where I'll actually give you some really great snack ideas. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that this video was useful to you. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you'd like to see more like it. Please leave me a comment letting me know any questions that you may have about any of the tips that I gave today. Especially leave me a comment if you have a tip that I didn't mention, but that you would like people to know about. And go ahead and subscribe to our channel so that you can stay tuned for all of our future videos. Thank you so much and have a good one.